Hey guys,
My name's Sam.
and I'm Ruben, and we are the founders of Roundtable Studios.
We are a photography and video production house. We specialize in corporate and commercial work.
And in this video, we'll be sharing a little bit more about our collaboration recently with ASUS Malaysia.
Yeah, so it was really exciting when ASUS actually reached out to us wanting to actually collaborate and do a video, do something particularly with these monitors. This is the 2K 27-inch ProArt display, and this one, which is really cool. Actually, one of my favorites. Actually, this is a 14-inch ProArt display. It's a portable display. So when ASUS reached out, we were like, okay, we want to do something with you guys. Do you have any ideas of what videos that you can do? And obviously, us coming from a corporate and commercial background, we decided, hey, okay, how about we produce a commercial for this, and we can do a behind the scenes of it, of how we actually produced it, and this is what this video is about.
Yep. So the video basically follows our journey as creators. A very familiar journey where you have a bout of inspiration somewhere in the middle of the night, and you want to go out and shoot it and capture something. And so it followed actually a journey of our friend Shireen as she travels around KL in different locations, getting photos and then going home into the quietness to edit on her beautiful ASUS ProArt 2K display.
Yeah. Something that was very important is when we wanted, obviously being a commercial is, it can't be really long, even 1 minute is kind of like pushing it. And so how do you tell something that's really concise and really quick? And for this one, we wanted something that grabs your attention, something that's fast and shows the duality between like being a photographer, going out to shoot, and actually coming back to edit. That's why you see the shots where she's going out, it's a lot of fast-paced movements, there's a lot of like motion blur going on, and then when she comes back, it's a lot more calm, serene when she's actually editing, and that's usually the case for us actually.
I think one thing about production life or even commercial photography life, people always see you doing things with a camera, shooting, setting up things, getting the shot and things like that. But the story that people don't really see is the behind the scenes, the things you do in the dark, that preparation, the editing. And that to us is very important because in a way when ASUS reached out to us, we were like, these are the equipment that not many people talk about because you don't see that. These are the equipment that we use quietly in our rooms, in our studios as we brave through the night trying to get the project out of there. And so I guess when we use these devices, we were reminded a lot about those quiet moments before things get real, before we have to get out there and get the shots.
So I want to talk a bit about the production behind where we came out with this. Honestly, as with most shoots, things did go a little bit unexpected, and the main thing was really the location. A lot of people think like it's your camera and your talent and it's your editing skills that make the video, but it's actually more than that. It's also the location. And for us, one thing we really wanted to do is obviously we want to focus on it being in Malaysia. However, we found it really difficult to find a location within the budget that we were given that had like that KLCC look, but at least the KL Tower, things like that, and also had that look where it looks like she could actually be living in it. And so what we actually had to do was I actually chose a place where it had the buildings, it had the window where it had like squares, so that it was easy for me to eventually comp in the background of KLCC into the shot. A lot of people think when it comes to VFX, it has to be something like in your face, really, really big and really like whoa. But most of the time, a lot of great VFX shots are so subtle that you don't notice it, but if it's not there, it will feel completely different. And so for this, we actually had to comp in KLCC into the background.
Yeah, and I guess these monitors, the ProArt 2K in particular was really helpful in that. It helped Sam be able to spot little tiny mistakes because of his 27-inch, so that he could get into the details, find out different locations or not locations, but find out different parts of the video in which he could change certain things to make it more accurate, and more believable in a way.
And speaking of the monitor, I think you want to talk about like the 14-inch monitor and how honestly this was actually really, really helpful for us during the shoot itself.
So what we used this for was actually as a director's monitor. So I had this on me at all times as I was walking around, running and gunning with Sam. And our talent as well. So this was powered by a V-mount battery via USB-C and also connected to a wireless HDMI transmitter through a micro HDMI cable. The port is right over here. So what that meant was that I could stay away from Sam as he did his shots, he needed to run around quite a bit. So I could stay back a little bit, not to be a distraction to people who are walking by. And that could also mean that Sam could be free, had the freedom to go around and shoot without needing to have someone breathing down his neck, because I think before we used this system, I was always just standing behind him, so he couldn't just back off anytime he wanted to. To add on to this is that we could also use this as a way to show the clients what's happening instead of them following behind us as well.
Yeah.
So it came exceptionally helpful when we were doing a scene in Bukit Bintang. There was a bait crosswalk over there, and we were going to get a scene of Shireen walking down through Bukit Bintang's crossroad. And I didn't want to have everybody crossing a road together. And so what happened was that because we had a HDMI wireless transmitter, I was literally standing at one end of the street while Sam and Shireen went back and forth multiple times, and we could view the shot, we could rewind, and we could play back whatever we saw, so that we could always change it on the go as well. We didn't need to follow everywhere that Sam needed to go.
Yeah, and also this being really light and almost inconspicuous, it was honestly really, really helpful.
If it looked as though I was walking around with an iPad Pro, maybe like one of those uncles, taking pictures of Bukit Bintang.
So nobody would know that you're like actually checking out the shot and things like that. Just really quickly talk about like the monitor really quickly coming from an editor's perspective. I found that this is actually, ASUS does target this as a more budget-friendly option, especially for students or people starting out. The price is just right, but the best part about this monitor honestly is its color accuracy and what you get for the price. In my opinion, one of the best screens are obviously going to be my MacBooks. I really, really love them, and I found it very hard to find a screen that matches the quality at a price point that isn't like insane. A lot of really professional monitors are about the price of the laptop, and that can be very difficult for a lot of people, even for myself. And so like just having this, despite being a budget-friendly monitor, gives you so much color accuracy, especially when you're grading and doing color correction, and it being a 27-inch monitor just helps you, allow you to expand the timeline, really notice mistakes in your shots and what you can actually do to fix them up. So I think if you are looking for a budget-friendly monitor that doesn't cut down on corners, this is a really, really solid option, and I really can't find anything to hate about it.
And yeah, this little guy over here, super portable, super interesting to use. I can actually imagine myself using this as a second monitor as I'm out and about in cafes, in between meetings and things like that.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching this BTS. Hope you learned something from this. If you have any questions, don't forget to reach out to us on Instagram right here at Roundtable Studios MY. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, ASUS Malaysia. We're looking forward to see what else is in store for the ProArt line.
Yeah. Thanks guys.
Bye.
Bye.